Anyone remember early UMVC3? This is UMVC3 from 2013. Look, there's a fucking Iron Fist. Look at these teams, dude. What is this? What are these teams? I can't even remember the last time I saw fucking any of these. Okay, I see Doom all the time. And I guess Strange isn't that weird. And I see Spencer. Dude, wait, where did Strange die? Where did Strange take all that damage? Okay, that did a shit ton. He got hit by jump hard, punch into jump S or whatever. Strange got hit there. Twice. No, he kept getting hit by that. Jesus Christ. That did an ass ton. He got hit by all the Gamma Waves. He got hit by all 4. Or 3 Gamma Waves into Gamma Tsunami. That was insane. Dude, these actually are the teams people want to play. That's nasty. That's nasty to think about it like that. Damn, the damage in this game is whack to look at. This is really messing with my... I didn't like... I watched a lot of UMVC3, but my understanding of the game has changed profoundly since playing Marvel myself. I have all these new ideas of what, like, how damage is supposed to be dealt from a different game. The neutral, I feel like I have way more insight into the neutral of Marvel now that I play it instead of just watching it. Dank. Dropped it though. Remember Maximum Wesker? That was sick. Look how fast you move when you're in fucking X Factor, dude. Look how much damage that did. I don't miss X Factor one bit. This is disgusting. This is really strange to my eyes now. Iron Fist is super notable. That might hit Doom. Didn't. Iron Fist is super notable because his stand S doesn't hit airborne opponents. So his combos are super stiff compared to most characters. He's either got to do Felicia style combos where he does repeated jumps, or he's got to do very short combos with like bad extensions. See, there's no like... There was no launcher there. He's got level 3 here, right? No, he didn't have the... I mixed up the bars. He had another super he could have done, but it wouldn't have killed. Remember Chris G's Ryu team? There's some characters that had such cool tech that you didn't see because the characters you never saw. Remember X-23? X-23 had a lot of rad stuff she could do. Like, not even just the incoming unblockable. X-23 was a really cool, unique character. Alright, this time Strange is actually a factor. So this is like a wannabe Cane Blue River team. Hulk is real neat in UMVC, in MVCI, I mean. Yum. Impact palm loops. Damn, he could have died. Nice. DHC meta was nuts. I wonder if there was like another DHC he could do to like stay safe against that. Probably not. He could have X-Factored. Chose not to. Is this Hagger outfit a reference to someone, or is it just Hagger being Hagger? Remember Magneto not having an ult? Remember how this game was supposed to... Remember how it was supposed to have waves of updates and then there was a giant earthquake? Oh. Nice. Jump out of my command grab. Here's a lariat. Tagging is very unsafe in this game, huh? Compared to MVCI. That's a huge deal. I hadn't thought about that. Tagging is everything in MVCI. How you tag is how good of a player you are. Just outright. That is like all the skill of the game is entirely based around how tags work. X Factor. This should kill, I think. This team is lit. Iron Fist Spencer Strange. Remember that Stand Hard punch? Stand Hard, brother? That's the one that had armor. It was like that and then like low medium from like Sentinel. Remember Sentinel? There like weren't that many armor normals, and the armor normals there were all super good. Can you do level 3s into level 1s? Is that a DH? Is that a possible DHC? Oh, he still has that? I guess it still has armor, huh? That changed the way armor works. I think Hulk has a lot of armor, actually. Ooh. It's been so long since I've seen this game, I forget what all you can do. There must have been an extender there. Maybe his lariat's a super and he just chose not to super. But I don't know, that's not... I don't know if I'd save that at this point in the game. Chris G's Iron Fist has done it twice now. But this looks a lot worse. How'd that take so long to kill? I know Hagar has a lot of health, but shit. Blue is meter build? Or is blue defensive? Red is damage. Green might be meter build, and blue might be defensive. Hasn't even used his X Factor yet. Ooh, X Factor at the end of this, or in the middle. That was super awkward. But this is over. Remember only being able to OTG with like OTG attacks? Anyone remember that? But then you have like a lot of time to OTG instead of not a lot. I actually really like the way that Grandma Swap Ons and OTG works. That's actually really tight. And it's more reminiscent of older Marvel games. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool little, like, to watch that, you know? To watch old UMVC3. Ancient UMVC3. This is 2012 footage right here. Dude, there's a fucking Ryu on the screen, and the other team has an Iron Man. I haven't seen Ryu or Iron Man in forever in this game. I think Iron Man was okay in this game. Repulsor Blast was a really good special move. He had no safe DHE. That's a big deal. That basically means you can't tag him out. Or, I mean, tag him in. Or tag him out. Tag him in. Tag him in. Can't tag him in. Final answer. You need actual confirms. You can't tag other characters out. Because Iron Man, you're still just as unsafe. That move. He lost that move. Rekkas are good, but that move was good too. Look at these air dashes. I remember I like wanted to play Iron Man in this game. But his oh, look at that damage from far away. I'm so jealous. His normal strings are so jank, his magic series. No matter what your sequence is, you have to go to stand hard punch and not crouch hard punch. And then you've got a damage optimal crouch hard after the stand hard. I think that was new for you, for ultimate. So it's like low short, low medium. It's like low light, low medium, stand heavy, crouch heavy. And then you can do, I think, either launch or just other stuff. Yeah, full screen beam combos. Does that consume the meter if you get hit out of that? Because it doesn't in this game. I mean, it doesn't in Infinite. Sounds like Justin Wong on the mic. Probably is. Remember that super? Low hard drive into pickup. Sentinel actually has rad solo combos. Oh, got magnetoed. This can kill. My man could have done the fucking magnetic shockwave super to kill. And he's just like, nah, here's this level 3. Hold that. How is there a Ryu? Like, what is this? Oh, look how big it is. Why is it not that big in MVCI? Infinite. Let's say Infinite. Ultimate and Infinite. Much easier. Man, Justin Wong. When Justin Wong has advice for the players playing. This will kill Ryu. Very smart. Yeah, is it really worth preserving Ryu? I think Ryu's okay in this game, right? I mean, he's bad, but he's not, like, that bad. He's just not, like, a top tier. Look at that. He's probably not even a high tier. But there's stuff he can do. He can play the game. I mean, honestly, he can play the game in MVCI, too. I'm being hard on him. Ryu's okay. He's just, like, mediocre in both games. Very nice. That was super sick. Remember combos from throws in this game? I actually really like how they fix throws. I like the idea of getting combos from throws is really cool. But having throws put your scaling in your gravity as high as it does makes it so the combo you go for is pretty short, which is cool. And it also makes it so the combo you get isn't super damaging, which is also kind of cool. So it's like still rewarding to get throw, but it's not way rewarding. Anime games do that a lot, and it's good design. BlazBlue does it, and Nitro Plus did it, and I think that what's that game? Melty Blood does it, where you get throw and then you get like a lowish damage combo. But if you just get the throw with no follow up, you get like a pitiful damage throw. So it's just like do the throw and then do a short combo for like the whole cast. Throw like special cancelable throws. It's a very good idea. I feel like every game should have that. It's a general improvement on the throw formula, I feel. As long as they're nice short combos. If it's like it basically becomes a glorified throw animation, but there's some room for skill from the players. Like what if you have like an unusually high damage throw combo that you can do? You'd probably be more happy for looking for throws. And then we got this shit. Magneto by endgame, he could like He could like touch of death you from a throw using a combo that built its own bar, I think. Expected level 3. High damage. That Ryu. I had to see it live. This game is stylish. Really nice thick lines everywhere. It feels like everything has a real big outline in this game. And I feel like that works because it makes it feel like a comic book. Which is exactly what they should have gone for. It's like a subtle but effective artistic direction. Nice armor. Iron Man with that assist. It'd be kind of cool if whatever post MVCI, like MVC5, I guess. It'd be kind of cool if they had something where it was like 1, 2, or 3 characters, like Skullgirls, and then maybe like, well, I don't know if it would be War for the Stones anymore. Don't know if they would pursue that comic line, but it'd be kind of neat if you could pick like 1 character, 2 stones, 2 characters, 1 stone, and then like 3 characters, no stones, or something like that. But they probably won't do that. Probably no gems in the next Marvel game. That matters. This can kill. Alright, I see it. Makes it a bit firmer. Gives the colors more. It's less washed out. That looks pretty good. Your combos look really cool. Should kill. That super's not all that strong, but that's Iron Man's crutch heavy. That missile. It's so awkward. It's such an awkward normal. Makes you wish it was command normal every time you get it. His sweep in Marvel Infinite is so fucking nice. It's best whole normal. I just sneezed. Repulsor, he got so much quality of life, Iron Man. He's probably not even bad here. That's weird, he got 2 hits. That's probably a punish. This is like before like Virgil like took over the entire game. Can't have matches like this anymore. Wow. Every time I see both characters, like someone getting hit when they've got like a lot of meter, I'm like, this is probably a combo you should break, and it's like, no. I normally don't like combo breaks at all, but in Marvel Infinite they feel very okay. They're kind of smart in how you do them. I didn't like them one bit when I first started playing. but now I've gotten used to them. I find it very frustrating in most games with combo breaks when in most games with combo breaks, it feels like I look for a hit for a long time, and then I finally find a hit, and then I immediately get broken. It's just very like, well, okay, I technically got his meter, but it's not very fun. But in Marvel, it feels like when my combo gets broken, it's like, one, I can keep on hitting a character, and two, ooh, this is gonna do a ton. My kill. One, I get to keep on hitting a character, and two, I can, like, turn it to my advantage. I have a mix-up scenario when someone breaks my combo. Like, I have a mix-up scenario on them because they broke. So, like, it still feels like, you know, it's my turn, that I get to have fun. And it really works with the way combos work. It's like a very good system against. The combos are too stupid, and the combos into resets. Resets are way too broken. It's not, like, too broken, it's just the metagame. It's not like they need to change it. But how well your combos bleed into each other, doing stuff like any combo into like Dante $1 Million half screen into repeated mix-ups. That's like a super important, like that's like a hard to prevent system, and it's so important in the scope of the game. And if they were going to try and remove that, they'd have to remove like the ability to, if you were already blocking, you couldn't get, like, you automatically block both directions, like left and right, and like overhead and low, and it would like change the entire game, so it's better to leave it in. And then the way that it works is that, you know, you don't get to choose when your opponent breaks your combo, so you don't get to have some kind of weird setup. I don't remember Ryu freely aiming a Sudoken, to be quite honest. You're talking about the Shinku? I thought it was still like that in this game. There was like not that many angles you could aim. I don't think he can shoot one up forward, for example. I think he can only shoot it straight up or straight forward. But then he can shoot it downwards at like straight down or like down angles, I think. He can't shoot it up while he's midair too. It's not so free, but it's more free than Marvel Infinite. The combos after throws. I'd actually really like to see Sentinel in Marvel Infinite. Oh wait, that's every fucking mutant. You know who I want to see back? I want to see Cyclops. Cyclops was a really cool character in MVC2. You can like move it too, right? You can like scoot it slowly, like sideways or slowly upwards in this game. You can steer it just a little bit after it fires. Ryu's overhead is actually mad good in MVCI, I think. Not mad good, but it's like a tool that very few characters have that's quite useful. It gives him good synergy with like a lot of characters. If any character can like force you to block a lot, and then Ryu can get in and mesh that overhead. Standing overheads are real good, but they're no substitute for like an instant air down dash. But they're still good. Like ooh. I got a comment. You could feel Izzo's frustration against Minot. I can't, it's not loading. YouTube's new notification thing is pretty cool. I want to find a replayer in MVCI. Tricky. Iron Fist has an overhead standing. Black Widow does. Did I say Iron Fist? Black Panther. Black Panther has a standing overhead. Spencer. Those characters are like, I don't know, but Black Widow's probably pretty good. Those characters haven't had super good tournament success. And yes, if you actually look at like footage of them, the overheads do kind of a lot of work. Thor. Yeah, Thor's overhead is mad good. He hasn't had much tournament success either. I guess he's been doing really well at Wednesday night fights. It's like the one place I can think of. But Thor's overhead is unseeable. It's already like pretty fast, and the fact that it looks identically to a low. Hello. I think that's medium in this game. Cool. Oh my god, instant overhead. Oh my god. It's just the power of Ryu. The TAC. I think that's probably true. There's probably more to Thor than people realize. It's always really awkward when there's just like one low tier hero memeing a character and like making him work. And then it turns out that character's actually like top like 5. I don't think Thor will be top 5, but you know. And then it's like the one guy who is like holding out. What's a good example of that? Zero? Zero in this game, in like vanilla, was seen as like a character who wasn't that good, and there was like, I can't think of anyone. I can think of Marn. Marn played Zero when he was still like not super strong. And then like early Marvel Ultimate, Zero was seen as like a kind of like a low tier with potential, I think. And now he's like top 2. Strange and Hulk and Chun-Li might all be like that too, really. It depends on how good they actually are. I've always thought Chun-Li was pretty good in this game. That was a good punish. Never mind. It's the start of a good punish. Hulk was seen as like a low tier character for like the majority of this game, and he's had like a little bit of success, but KBR's made him work like super hard. Ryan LV made Chun-Li work really hard. Chun-Li was seen as like a... She has good movement, but her X Factor I think only makes her movement better and not really her damage as much. I've seen like Thor jump like kick stuff that looks really scary. Like Thor's resets are actually mad like crazy. At the end of a Thor combo he actually has like a really solid mix-up. I mean obviously. But like he has a really solid safe mix-up. He's got a solid mix-up that bleeds into another solid mix-up. Thor's movement is surprisingly good. No, I'm talking about Hulk, Strange, and Chun-Li in this game. We're seen as low tier and then kind of shot up. Or maybe didn't shot up, but like have been shown to be extremely competitive. I was trying to think of characters that were initially thought to be weak and then snuck in. This gets very little damage in the corner. Damn, my man just killed 2 characters without taking damage. Is this a perfect? Not quite. This is a good set. Good lord. Damn, I was watching Injustice 2 recently. The Flash got a 650 damage combo. The Flash has like an additional resource compared to other characters. I mean, not really, because every character has like trait as a resource for the most part. Most traits have like a cooldown or something like that. But you know, his has an unusually restrictive resource. Takes a long time between uses. And Flash, like, because he has an extra resource, he has like the same damage other characters have without that resource. And then when you actually have the resource, he just has like insanely high damage that other characters can't hit. Flash is pretty nutty in Injustice 2. This guy's probably talking about Flash in comics. To debate? Fuck off. Go somewhere else. I don't care about no DC or no Marvel, I just like video games. Nice. They should make a Marvel versus DC and a DC versus Marvel. One by Capcom and one by NetherRealm. How sick would that be? That would be so unbelievably sick. I really like the idea of versus games where there's two versions by one company and the other company. Yeah, Magneto in the comics can just shoot lasers. He never did that in the movies. I mean, Magneto's probably like top one in terms of comic book villains. I can't think of a better one. Ozymandias. Probably not even him. Damn, to myself, I was just like, he should reflect these Hadokens. You can't. Doom is like number 2. Doom is like 3. Doom is like 3rd best villain. Magneto's better and Ozymandias is better. Look at this. Look at this reblock string pressure. Doom's a solid 3 though. I theoretically like Lex, but Lex is kind of awful sometimes. It depends on who's writing him. Lex is generally awful. Lex is rarely done right. It's really hard to write a genius well. Thanos, fuck no. Thanos is a blue blob. There's nothing cool about Thanos at all. The only thing even remotely cool about Thanos is his objective. Doomsday is awful too. Brainiac's pretty scary. He's a good DC villain. Almost every Batman villain is pretty good. I don't know anything about Ultron. In the comics, that is. I mean, I saw the movie, but from what I understand, he was quite different. Ultron in the comics was made by Ant-Man. Original Ant-Man. Ultron in the movies was made by Tony. So the thing about Ultron is he's supposed to be the worst of... He's supposed to embody, like, the worst of Ant-Man. He's supposed to have a bunch of Ant-Man's neuroses built into him. But instead they had to build Iron Man's neuroses into him. So he ended up being a somewhat changed character. Yo, Doom's like a super old villain. Doom has been really great, but he's also been really awful. I feel like in general Fantastic Four has kind of bad writing. Ooh, that traded in a really strange way. The Raw tag. Flash could beat literally any other character. Flash is like the strongest superhero in like all fucking comic books. The Flash's powers don't fucking work. It doesn't make any sense. As long as the Flash like has any sort of weight at all, as long as he has mass, he should be able to, he should literally have like the strongest punches of any superhero by a pretty generous margin. And there's a bunch of Flash superpowers that just come and go that make no fucking sense. Like obviously Flash has like super reaction time because otherwise he wouldn't be able to fucking move. But then he's got like super learning. It's like, oh, I can read a book in like 1 second. Like there's a really famous comic page of like the Flash literally like running to a library, reading a book on architecture, and then building a house in like 2 minutes. These combos are lit. Magneto's O-dash stuff. I could never get the timing for hypergrav stuff. He could save Ryu. And he did. That was cool. Batman is like good, but not in comparison. Like Batman is like, he's not a superhero. He's a superhero in the sense that he like, you know, fights crime. But he's not even playing the same game as like Wonder Woman. Crossover counter. They have to like write like really strangely to like make... I mean, Batman's supposed to be a pretty smart guy. From what I can tell, he's one of the smartest DC characters. But they have to like play up that smartness so fucking much in order to make him relevant as like a fucking Justice League like a main member, you know what I mean? Because what else does he have? There's a point where it's just like, you know, it's like they've already acknowledged that like Batman is like, you know, he's got to do the same amount of work that like fucking Wonder Woman does. So it's like, how can we make Batman equally as strong, approximately, as Wonder Woman? Yeah, it's like the power level of everyone else. There's a certain point where it's just like you can't help Superman. You're not doing anything. There's a certain point where it's just like Superman can do everything you're doing and also everything he's doing. Batman would be great in a universe where there were no superheroes. Batman is a great Sherlock Holmes. Batman is an absolutely fantastic Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, what can the Joker do to Superman, dude? Kill his son? I feel like if like superheroes just changed like who all was fighting whom, it would change everything. I feel like the Flash could take on like every Batman supervillain by himself. Big old button check. Look at these big bodies. There's a Hulk on each team. There's a fucking Hagger on each team. There's a Sentinel. No, it's a Wesker and a Sentinel. Crookie, what are you doing up? Remember Ski Sonic? It is a very, very, very good case that Batman should kill like every one of his villains. I much prefer Batman universes where like Joker doesn't really kill that much. Most of Batman's villains aren't really like super concerned with killing people, which I appreciate. You know? Like Two-Face doesn't really do a whole lot of murder. That's not really him. The Riddler doesn't really do a whole lot of murder. The Riddler? I don't even know if the Riddler kills anyone ever. Catwoman doesn't really do a whole lot of murder. It's just the Joker, and only sometimes. I shouldn't say it's just the Joker. There's plenty of Batman villains who kill. What's his name? Zizix or fucking whatever. What is his name? The guy covered in scars. What is going on? Saw that shit in slow motion. I much prefer. I don't want like innocent, funny Batman villains. I don't like the Joker like, you know, literally like a clown. Damn, look at that. Team synergy. I don't think Hulk had OCG there solo. Hulk's only OTG's the Game Wave, I think. Bane is factually a big guy. For all of us. Hulk has like real satisfying animations. You feel like a strong motherfucker when you tackle someone. You feel like a badass when you hit someone with that big old fucking hard punch. The air clap, super satisfying. They did a good job with Hulk. Oh my. DHE. Solo pickup. That's the whole joke, yes. Is that it actually like no one could understand what was trying to be fucking communicated. It will be painful for you if I take off the mask. Or if you take off the mask, it will be painful for you. You know how Batman, you know how that movie should have ended? Remember Batman showing up to Catwoman or whatever? Instead of Batman, it should have been CIA. And he should have just said, "That's why you shoot him in," before throwing him out of a plane. It should have just been revealed that CIA was still alive. I remember the scene where Alfred's like looking around at the cafe. Instead of Christian Bale, it should have been CIA. I was playing Marvel earlier today at a tournament, I just haven't changed it. How perfect would it be in the outro? Instead of Batman, it's just fucking... It's CIA, he lived. We should have a CIA spin-off movie. I actually want that really badly. In this game, he gets that double tackle, and then he just gets a super. In Marvel Infinite, he gets a double tackle, and then he can OTG with like fucking half his normals, and they get like a full combo. Launch into full jump combo, into land, into relaunch, into full jump combo again. That's a big buff. Um, I think, I mean, it's fun. Marvel Infinite is a fun game. I play it every week. I play it several times a week every week. At the end of the day, that matters. They should have like a spin-off comic about CIA. It should be about CIA like, oh my god, what is this? CIA recovering from fucking falling out of the plane and being like incredibly emasculated and worried about his size. Curious. Nice. I'll be a solid player in any fighting game. I'm spread too thin, dude. I already only have the attention span to play one fighting game. That was pretty whack. Damn, this video is long. First to 15 is kind of a lot. I'm gonna look for an infinite match. I want to see some good ass review. Damn it, it's all months old. I want to see some latest review shit. Let's click on Yoga Flame and see what he's been uploading. Damn, this nasty ass clickbait. Damn. Street Fighter 4 footage? Is it just me or is that massively misaligned? I didn't do anything to change it. How did I get misaligned? Okay, I'm a little curious. Player June, dude. I remember watching this guy to learn some Ken. Oh yeah, it stayed in the front. That's nasty. That's actually gross. Sick. I feel like that combos. I feel like Ken's far strong has good frame data. Damn tense. Look at this. Nice. Plagian's mad good. There's a set between, I think, like Super Santaramon and Brian Hart. I think that was the two. And it's honestly one of the best sets I've ever seen in this game. It's a Sagat mirror. And Sagat mirrors are really, really weird. So that staying strong. That was a bizarre combo. Ouch. In Manila, I played Sim, and this is the color I picked. I could be a Sim player. I'm not averse to characters like Sim, like most people seem to be. Lit. I played Sim because Sim was sold to Oro players a lot in vanilla. Sim had like an Oro-ish color. He actually couldn't be more dissimilar. A lot of people are like, oh, Sim is such an offbeat character. He feels like Oro. It's like Oro didn't actually feel that offbeat. The character feels most like Oro in Street Fighter 4's Claw. Who actually feels quite a lot like Oro. Very cool. Ken Super is actually really, really good, but FADC is better. One FADC is probably better than Super. Two FADCs are way better. But Ken Super is really good. Nice. Weird. That looked like a Kara EXDP. I thought that was not a combo that he could do mid-screen. That was probably... No, he thought he was going to be focused on the jump hard kick. Lost a hit of EX Tatsu. It almost always loses a hit. It's actually really hard to get all 5 hits of EX Tatsu. It's very easy in punishes. A crouch fierce and a close roundhouse both always get all 5 hits if you're close enough. But I think Stain Fierce and a few of his other combos into EX Tatsu never work. Or they work, but they miss a hit. Remember Cardin's Hard Tatsu in this game? Ken's combo options are actually super, super bizarre in Street Fighter 5. I don't know them very well at all. Ken is the character where I know his combo options the least of any character in the whole game. Because a lot of them are weird juggles. There's no like thing that tells you, whoa, the OS. There's no thing that tells you, wild speculation, SFI Blanca. I don't know. I feel like they probably will not have a motion for electricity. I feel like it'll probably be still a mash motion. I don't think it'll be a V-skill. I feel like his V-skill will probably be like hop based. I hope they don't do it like that, but that's how I feel like it'll probably be. You can do ultra here. He did it. That does a butt ton of damage. It's a good place to land ultra. His V-skill will probably be like down plus V-skill to coward crouch. Or probably coward crouch, maybe not. Coward crouch might just be down punches. And then like towards V-skill or away V-skill for like hops. And then maybe he'll have one that's like a neutral V-skill and it's like it's got a hitbox. I don't know. I'm picturing Laura. Laura style V-skill. Watch them make Rainbow Roll and not have a cross-up box. Neat. Suddenly only combo. He could have killed with a lot of stuff there. Command grab is probably bad for the game, but good for Blanca. They would design Blanca better if they gave him a command grab, but I don't want another command grabber. But like, if you wanted like a Blanca, if you wanted Blanca to work, command grab would be a good way to do it. What a nice bait and punish. Blanca's a really weird character in balance. What is this song? I've actually watched a lot of these, even though I've made no attempt to. Power Spider-Man is so good, because it gives him a really good combo from Zip. It lets him get literally like max damage combos from Zip. It also autocorrects. Stones let you turn around midair. Power is so good on Spider-Man. I think it's his best stone. That. It gives him hard to see mix-ups too. Hard to see mix-ups right there. Gotta pick a direction and block. I feel like the problem with Space Stone is no matter how well you play. That really hit. No matter how well you play, like if the opponent has Space Stone, they can just force you to like take a bunch of mix-ups. Ugh. I have that happen to me every now and then. It's a bad feel. The easiest way to prevent it is to wait for the opponent to fully land and then hit them with an OTG combo. But that uses up your OTG combo, whereas if you hit them before they land, it doesn't. Where have I heard this song? This is a Street Fighter 2 team, I think. No, this is Bloody Tears, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Just wondering what the hell this song was. Probably real quiet for you guys. Bloody Tears is the best part of Castlevania 2. You can say a lot of things about Castlevania 2, but objectively, it had Bloody Tears in it. Those two are forced. I know he has hand powers he can, like, cancel. He cannot have. Combo the trade. Not a great combo, though. Dante Jetta. I'm still not very sure yet. When you get early combos like those, he got like light punch, light kick, hard punch, hard kick, and then he went to his full Spider-Man combo. I don't know yet if it's stronger to go like to do your regular ass B&Bs, or whether to do your initial Magic series into a Power Stone and then do your Power Stone B&B. I feel like it's the latter, but I still see a lot of people do the former. I think Spider-Man's jab can punish tag-ins. Like almost every character can't punish a raw tag, except with throw. But I think Spider-Man can jab them, and it's like a punish. It's like only the characters who are tied for fastest jab. I heard that, but I haven't verified it. If you do Power Stone really early, you still have a ton of gravity. Everyone's viable now. Arthur's probably not even top. Arthur's probably not even bottom 5. Damn, I didn't even see that. Someone just came in and said I want to die. Timeout. It'll be alright, dog. I don't even know what's going on, but it'll be alright. Damn, that no music. You alright, Yoga Flame? Just no fucking music. Flame just forget to upload a third song. This is weird. I've always liked how fighting games feel with no music, to be honest. Fighting games usually have killer music. Damn, we were taken for a ride. He didn't really want to die. It was alright. Nice. I should probably go to bed real soon. Probably. Probably should. (2017) December 5th. That's super recent. That's super recent. Where the hell is this? What are those accents? France. They're French. I see some French flags. Tanya. Now you know that Tanya is actually a super cool character. She got a hard rap because she was busted when she came out, but like from a gameplay standpoint, she's really neat. Thunder God Raiden you don't see very often at all, or you see Thunder God a lot when you see Raiden, but you don't see Raiden very often. Mortal Kombat is a strange kind of artistic. And I can see that resounding with French people. To be honest. A strange kind of artistic is like the entirety of France. I think Master of Storms is the lightning trap one, right? I'm pretty sure he was one of the only characters who like never saw the light of day in the lifespan of this game. Last I checked, Raiden had a lot of reversals, like armored attacks, that led to full combos. And one of the things MKXL tried to do was remove reversals that lead to full combos. So I wonder if that changed Raiden quite a lot. I know that Melina has like a reversal that leads to a full combo, but she has to spend 2 bars. It's like the first bar for armor and the second bar for combo. I'm guessing they took some of Raiden's reversals and made them into not like reversals, and other ones just don't lead to combos anymore. Oh, I dropped it. Really cool combos on Naginata. Oh, that's really, really unsafe. He really did that overhead and didn't get punished. That overhead is like minus, it's like minus enough that you can get a jump in. It's like that unsafe. That's bad. Yes, the Raiden noise. There's a nice risk reward with mix-ups in this game. It's rather intelligently done. Everything either like is unsafe or doesn't lead to much or cost meter. There'll be some overheads that are like safe and lead to good damage and don't cost meter, but they'll be on characters with shit lows. It all works nicely. This game has pretty decent balance, especially for another realm game. Yeah, look at that. This is the Raiden with run stop. I learned run stop in this game. I played Scorpion, or yeah, Scorpion, who had them. Hellfire Scorpion, I think. I mean, I've never seen fucking Master of Storm's Raiden, so I'm curious. You can't like I've gotta click this now. Is that Pimpin' Jim? PPJ? Yeah, it is. It says right there in the name. Pimpin' Jim. Neat. Oh, the lag. Tight. Damn, he's making this look real good. Damn, what do you even say when someone beats your ass and then says your pain was predestined and he's a god? Is that the ice arrow? Yeah, it was. Blue as ice. I mean, it's not ice, but it is. What's that, 4 red? 1 blue? I like the wood noises when he hits you, Kung Jin. The sound direction of this game is literally like 11 out of 10. Every fucking sound effect. There's so many unique sound effects in the game. The sound team in this game did so much work. And everything sounds exactly like you would expect it to sound. Raiden's block animation though. Good lord. Whoa, it didn't hit. Remember very early Raiden? I'm gonna go back to that tournament. What are they playing to? It's already 2. These commentators. Oh. Good lord. These Thunder God Raiden has such long active frames because of the way that that you can hold the button and whatever. That matters a lot. Damn, the fatality. Is that a tremor? It is. Tremor's cool. Sonya Blade? What? Don't see this character very often at all. It's covered ops. I like Demolitions. That's my favorite Sonya, by like a lot. They're all kind of cool. But Demolitions is really neat. Dude, this isn't even Sonya. This is just Tremor. There's no Sonya here. I never see the gold Tremor. I only ever see the Aftershock and the Crystalline. Never the Magma. Shenmue's really neat. It's been a while since we've had a new ninja. I guess it hasn't Scarlet, but you know, like a new these kinds of ninjas, male ninja. I mean, he's not new, but you know, made his playable debut. Aftershock Tremor might be my favorite. I don't even know what Gold Tremor's about. That's how rare he is. I've only seen him a few times. Aftershock Tremor's really neat though. Very setup oriented. Setup oriented characters usually the coolest in my opinion. Having a plan, a long term plan that plays out. Really hard to design characters like that. Oh lord. Tremor is like has been a consistent high tier character since he was invited, since he was created. Tremor's been in hella finals, hella top 8. Exploding knees. Scorp. Inferno Scorp. That was it. No wait, isn't Inferno the buddy one? I don't see this one almost ever. This is the one I played. Very rarely do I see this Scorpion. Ninjutsu used to be unplayed and everyone played Hellfire. And then they buffed the fuck out of Ninjutsu. And now Ninjutsu and Hellfire both see a lot of play. I don't see Inferno like at all. He's got a buddy he can pull out. Whoa. The buddy's mad good. The low one is it's an actual low and it's like a hit grab that leads to a full combo. The one that dive kicks hits jumps and stuff and does good damage in control space, trades favorably in Fireball Wars a lot of the time. There's one that comes from the back, I think, that's good to end combos. Because it leaves the opponent standing after a... With the right combo route, it's like your semi-max damage ender. Then it leaves the opponent right next to you at frame disadvantage. Oof. I wanted to see Scorpion do something, but he didn't really do anything. Kinda got smushed. Wait, that was the entire first round. I missed the beginning of this. I don't know if I care about another Tremor. I want to like look around for other characters. It's Jason. That's pretty cool. Relentless Jason is... I usually see Unstoppable or Slasher. No, I guess I see Relentless probably more than Slasher. I usually see Unstoppable though. You don't see Jason that much. Jason looks like a beginner character. Jason looks like he's real simple. Very easy to learn. Just got that one string, and then you either do a safe ender or a launch your ender depending on whether it's hitting or not. Just one string and you choose your ender. That's real simple. Yeah. Relentless is pretty wild. I remember when I first saw that, like what it did. These things, the red things. Actually feels like Jason, where you gotta run away and you have no control over your body. Get in trouble, having trouble putting it up. Not the best full screen presence of the Tremor, but it's certainly there. It's got several projectile options. Nice. Is that flag Germany? Black, yellow, red. France versus Germany. Pretty cool. I like how they have that in European tournaments. Everyone's little flag. Europe's wild. States are like the same size of like land mass and like the same economy size and like the same distance apart in the United States as fucking entire countries are in Europe. It must be nuts to be able to drive south like, 50 miles and be like two countries down. I feel like I saw Takeda a lot pretty early and I haven't seen him a whole lot later. Shiori is the one I see the most of. Well, after they buffed Lasher, I've been seeing a lot of Lasher. Shiori used to be the only one that Kenshi ever ran with the teleport and whatnot. And it also has uh, the run stop. Run cancels on Shiori. That makes it pretty good. Hits on both sides. What's the other one? He's got like a beam sword one. I've seen that one a bit. I think Takeda was one of the earlier revealed characters. I remember seeing a walkthrough of him. Like showing off all his tools. One thing that low-key pisses me off about Takeda is that Takahashi's a last name and Takeda is also a last name. He's got two last names and no first name. Takeda's like a pretty common, or pretty common last name too. It's like Ed Boon just looked through a fucking, he just Googled Japanese last names and picked one. I wish they had like a little rarer of names. Takahashi. Takeda's like Bamboo Field, I think. Punish. Is that a super? Punish. Kenshi's a borderline fanfic character, but I like that about him. I don't mean fanfic like he's a fanfic character like it was like, oh, it's Kenshi's son and and Scorpion raised him. You know what I mean? It's like one step away from Mpreg. It's like a Tumblr backstory. I like him a lot, don't get me wrong. I'd play a whole game of the fucking kids. Yeah. They pronounce it a little bit wrong. Takeda. Takeda. They've like been slightly fucking up every Japanese name for like since the beginning of Mortal Kombat. Just like little ways. Hanzo Hasashi is like a real Japanese name, I suppose. Nothing wrong with it, don't think. It's quite a cool name too. I like alliterative names. Raiden is pronounced wrong in every single game. It should be Raiden. Hotaru is like a woman's name. And it's on a man. Let me think. I got no clue about Dairo. I'm not even 100% sure Dairo is supposed to be Japanese. It could be Japanese. Kenshi is just fine. Kenshi is like an actual good Japanese reference. Got some lore in that one. These players we've already seen. Give me more. Give me new stuff. How many people are here? Same ass players. Or at least same ass characters. Oh, that's a Jax. And a Melina. Okay, got my interest. Baracho's pretty funny. It's faux Chinese. Or perhaps faux Japanese. Faux Chinese I like. That one's hilarious. That's quite a good name. When you get the pun. Shujinko is pretty, it's pretty low effort. Almost every character name in Mortal Kombat is extremely low effort. That's like a consistent thing throughout the series. Scorpion is called Scorpion because he's got a fucking spike. Sub-Zero is called Sub-Zero because he's cold. Reptile is called Reptile because he's green. And then they decided he was a reptile later on. The green came first and the reptilian features came later. Rain is called Rain because he's purple. He's a prince because his name is Purple Rain. This is piercing. I recognize those normals. This is the character I played right when the game came out. Cyrex and Sector, I don't even know what the reference is. Or like Katana and Melina. I don't know what the reference is with those. Those are higher effort. They actually like made some names. They did a pretty good job for all those. Cyrex and Sector sound like robot names. Despite the fact that I can't actually think of anything about them that feels robotic, they feel robotic. Johnny Cage is a pretty funny name. It's just supposed to be JC. Because he's supposed to be a reference to JC Van Damme. That's why Cage is a C and not a K. It's because they had to keep the initials. Katana, I was thinking that. Katana's almost certainly supposed to be Katana. But I don't know. You could say Kitana in Japanese too. And you could write that with different kanji and it would be okay. That's not without meaning. It took me a minute to realize that Edenia is supposed to be a reference to Eden. I always thought it was kind of weird that Edenia was like the counterpart to the Nether Realm. It's like it wouldn't be like heaven be the counterpart to the Nether Realm. And Edenia is, well, it was somewhat heavenly. It wasn't heavenly so much as it was idyllic, which is still a nice counterpart to the Nether Realm. Must be some weird shit to be born in the Chaos Realm. Reminder that in the Mortal Kombat universe, all 6 realms are pieces of the one being. There was once a guy who was so strong and so immortal, and he was above all gods. And he was divided into 7 pieces. And 6 of those pieces became the universe. And the 7th piece became Onaga. Onaga is the one being. Onaga is literally reality. You wanna know how edgy Mortal Kombat universe is? Of the 6 universes, the Eden one is the smallest by far, and the Hell one is literally infinite. That's grimdark as fuck. Infinite hell in a tiny heaven. Is there anything more edgy than everyone goes to hell? That Jack's outfit though. It was a cool match. Jax is a pretty cool name. Jax feels strong. Jackson Briggs. That's a very cool name. Good job on that one. It's a little bit like an action movie name, but not enormously. It's like a name that someone could have. It's not out of the question. Ooh. I know there's a juggle there. Tank delay. The skin tone Melina outfit. It's like katana. That's pretty neat. That's really neat. Raw Storm katana. Shaolin Kung Jin. I almost always see Shaolin. Ever since they buffed Shaolin. Shaolin reminds me a little bit of Mournful Katana. Kind of similar, the way the projectiles work. Katana's conversion ability is better though. And Kung Jin is probably better in neutral. I don't know, Katana's conversion ability suffers a lot when she's in Mournful. Ooh. That's an overhead. It knocks down on hit. No combos. Otherwise, Katana's just gotta use air normals. Ine. That means good. Arigato, that means thank you. Ine, that means good. Kako ine, that means cool. GJ, that means good job. Those are some pretty simple Japanese words. What's that flag? Yellow, green, red? I don't know that one. Netherlands are like... They're like red, blue, and white, I think. In like stripes. Is that Ecuador? Really? That ain't Jamaica. I know Jamaica's flag. It's like green and yellow and black. Lithuania? I thought Lithuania's had some blue in it somewhere. I like want to Google some flags now. Long ass comment at the bottom. Did I miss it? I think that's Kai, but I don't know how to pronounce it in this reading. I feel like I know these kanji. What's that? What's that? What is that? In this context, I don't know. I don't remember the reading. Excuse me. There's a kanji I don't know here. Let's put a question mark. And he says arigato gozaimasu. That's like most of it. But I don't know what that something ni is. I'd have to look that one up. That combo looks really cool. Ooh, probably with punishable. He's thanking you for something. The question mark is something I added. It wasn't a question initially. That kanji's to buy. If you run this through a translator, it'll give you an approximate, it'll give you most of the translation. But it's missing the 4. He's saying for so and so. Oh. These matches are quick. Ninjutsu Scorpion. He had like Ninjutsu Scorpion is one of the easiest characters in the entire game to play. He probably is the easiest character in the whole game to play. But he had really, really bad scaling issues in prior to XL. And then there was a patch. It wasn't. I think it was before XL, but there was a patch that like buffed the fuck out of his damage. And now he's got like pretty good normals and very high damage. That is in particular a very, very good normal. His conversion abilities are pretty bad compared to the other 2 Scorpions. But like, it doesn't matter that his conversion abilities are really bad because he gets the same damage without the conversion. Very strange character. That's an overhead, but I think only on the second hit. I like the idea of one of your 3 variations being a variation that buffs your normals. And a lot of characters do that. Like Cryomancer sub. Yeah, these. It used to be horrible having the. I think that's back 2. It used to be horrible having back 2s anywhere in a combo. That normal. That was like a horrible, horrible normal. And then they buffed the shit out of its damage. They like tripled its damage. It like used to do 3%, now it does like 9%. Something like that. Okay, it's not 9, but it's like they doubled it, I think. And you can do like 3 of them in a combo. You could get conversions really easily, and they were just like not very good. What a nice nostalgic fatality that was. So Kenshi? Kenshi was my main. That ain't balanced. That's possessed Kenshi. I played Kenjutsu. Kenshi got he didn't get significantly buffed. He did get buffed over the course of the game, but his main buffs were like quality of life. He had like a lot of annoying things he had to do, including some really tight juggles. And then eventually they were like, "Hey, what if Kenshi combos weren't really awful?" There's a period where like half the cast was unplayable. Pig of the Hut famously said Kenshi was really bad, and he was like a Kenshi main. Kenshi never did super well in this game, but he's not like unviable. Balance Kenshi in particular did pretty well here and there. But now I think Possess is probably the one that I see the most. Kenshi's neat because he has a lot of special moves that are functionally the same in all his variations, but they change animations. I appreciate that. Kenjutsu, Kenshi had to take some bad risks maybe. That was the main thing. You had like a pretty nasty 50-50 that you could get at the end of every single combo, but the low was unsafe and the overhead was unsafe, which is pretty potent. Pretty bad. You don't want to mix up where both options are unsafe. Very meaty. Kung Lao combos are really pretty. It's because he's so quick. His combos have a lot of weak hits rather than a few strong ones. Especially for Tempest. Kung Lao is a super interesting tool set. Very non-traditional character. I didn't even see that string. I don't think there's any way to make that kill. I should be asleep. I'm not even tired, but I should be asleep. I should probably leave after this one. It would be more responsible than staying up. Is that a back four into fucking hat hit? Weird. Like a down four. That used to be the ender that Melina always used in piercing, but now you don't see it that often. Right at the beginning of the game, it was glitched. You could call it a glitch, or you could call it deliberate. But it did unscale damage for all the knife shots, the knife hits. So even though she had like enders that ended in special moves, have you ended with like a particular command grab string? I mean, not command grab, hit grab. It stabbed you like 5 times, and each stab did like 1%. So at the end of it was like ending. It was the ender of that TC did like 7% even at the end of a long combo. You can see that everywhere in the Melina video I made. Also, I made a Melina video. I wonder how many views it has now. If I like went and did like a fail Melina. 14,000 views. And then another one I did with 26,000. The Vanishing one ended up... They buffed the shit out of the Vanishing one. They're all good now. Ethereal Melina. I've still got another day of work before Christmas. I'm almost on my long break, but I work on the 23rd. Tomorrow. It's in 28 hours. It's a pretty short shift, it's 4 hours. Anyway, the point is, don't wish me Merry Christmas until I've already been to that day of work. Because that's when it will become Christmas for me, is once I get out of that shift. I will be coasting that whole shift. I won't give a fuck. I'm not going to do any real work. You can't just give me 3 days off and then give me a 4-hour shift and then give me 6 days off. And then expect me to work in that 4-hour shift. I'm going to be there and I'm going to do nothing. Damn, 1 day off is nasty. I'm going to bed. He went for the grab and it got whiffed under the roll. Whiffed over the roll. Guile theme and MK. What would the next match be? I don't care about that. What would this one be? It wouldn't even fucking load. Let's try again. Sometimes if you find a slightly different timestamp, it like fixes. This is a an Ermac. I know quite a lot about Ermac. Master of Souls has a projectile that leads to a full combo, but you need all 3 orbs. The orbs recover very quickly, and they're only used for that projectile. So they just show you your cooldown. The other 2 have a flight and a force grab that leads to a full combo. His force grab always leads to a full combo if you burn a bar, but if it doesn't cost a bar if you're that. Not Mystic. What's the other one? It's Mystic, Master of Souls, and I don't remember. Minion Quan, Summoner, I think. That one. That was like the most played character in the first like month of the game. I think Alien's been borderline busted since it was introduced. Hana like snuck into high tier. Yeah, there was a Pogo Tanya earlier. The Tonfa Tanya had a really cool playstyle too. Not so much the Pyromancer, but the Pyromancer had a dank gimmick. Is that a Johnny? Johnny's neat. Hit the road jack. What is that? That's Ray Charles? I think that's Ray Charles. Pyromancer had a fireball. Or maybe they all had that fireball. Pyromancer could inflict you with a purple dust. Yeah, a curse. And the next fireball you landed did a fuck ton of damage. And the dust was a pretty good special move too. It like restood. And that counted for block damage too. If you got the purple dust on you and then you blocked an EX fireball, it literally did like 7% in block damage. It like hurt. And then if it hit you, it did like 20%. It was really powerful. But besides that, she was basically like a no variation character. It was just like, I have a special move that like debuffs the opponent that never goes away. And it makes my next fireball strong as fuck. It's a pretty cool idea. There's a bit more intricacy to it, but not a whole lot. That's a 2-bar that's a 2-bar wake up into full combo as well. Johnny Cage had excellent variation between his variations. Fisticuffs was like some kind of bizarre chip monster. A counter hit monster, I guess, more accurately. With the stupidest block string in the entire game. If you don't play it online at all, then you probably shouldn't even play fighting games, to be 100% honest. There's like no point in playing fighting games if you're not going to play other people. Straight up. Fighting games are a very mediocre genre. If you're not playing other humans. Nice. The overhead. Katana's got a nice low starter and a very slow, oh, I shouldn't say very slow, but slow enough, reactable overhead that doesn't lead to a combo. But her X-ray is 2 instant unreactable overheads. Oh, that's the spirit. I don't remember who or how or when I got Skullgirls, but I have Skullgirls. That's a fucking mournful katana. Okay, I've like never even seen this that much. So I'm super curious about how this all plays out. Mournful katana? That's cool. Damn it, this lag though. Mournful katana is like, hey, we forgot to add Jade. It's not we forgot, it's like, hey, Jade's dead. Technically speaking, Katana's dead too. So is Liu Kang. What's really bizarre is characters like Liu Kang and Kung Lao and Katana are deceased in the game's story, but their pre-battle intros are characters who are not dead. The non-zombie Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Katana, there might be a few others, are like, the playable ones are like non-canon characters. They do have zombie versions, and the zombie versions I think actually have different intro battle dialogue, which is pretty neat. I wonder where Quotal was in the original timeline. Quatal. Quatal gone. Combat Kids? Yeah. They were a nice little squad. I'd play a Shaolin Monks game starring them. Presuming that you are talking about Takeda, Kungjin, Cassie, and uh, what's her name? Jackie. Nice little multicultural squad right there. Tell me a Shaolin four-player Shaolin Monk starring them wouldn't be the greatest game ever made. Yeah, but is that just regular base Exerd? What if you want Rev 2? A new timeline Shaolin Monks would be amazing. And a new timeline Shaolin Monks would probably star them. I can't think of who else it would star. That's how they get you, dude. The Adventures of Shiba and Striker, who have never met. Very nice. Alright, GG. I'm gonna go to bed.